Hi there, this is Kazungu Duncan from Ero Productions. I hope that you are doing fine. And if you're not, I hope that you're doing everything in your power to make sure that you are doing fine. In today's video, we shall learn on how to create an election poster in Adobe Photoshop. And my friend, I'm hoping that this video is going to be very, very helpful to you. So today we shall be using Jalas for this very tutorial. He is vying for MP for Langata, and we wish him all the best as a team. And so today we are going to use his photo. And my friend, he hasn't requested for this. I just felt in my heart that today I should use him as our sample. So my friend, I went online and found these two photos. So I decided to go for this very photo. So you'll find a photo that suits your design, and my friend, you will go for that. So we have a lot to learn from this video. So without further ado, let's get started. So my friend, the first thing I did was to remove the background. So this was the before when it had the background. And my friend, I've also added some adjustment layers to just put some filters on it. So this was the image that I downloaded from internet. So my friend, what I did was to remove the background just like that, and after that I did some, I went to the properties and did the mask to just return the facial hair or the beard that was lost in here. And after that, my friend, I decided to do some filters so that it can just come out so clear. So my friend, this was the before and this is the after. I think I love the after one. So you'll do that on your photo to just make sure that it is, conspicuous, it is beautiful. And my friend, after you've done that, now you need to start your design. So my friend, I will create a new document, and this document, I'm going to call it Jalas for MP Langata, just like that. Then I will do an A4. So I'll just come and select the international paper. I'll choose the A4. I need it to be a portrait, so I'll just leave it as it is. The resolution, I'll leave it the way it is. Everything, I'll leave it the way it is. Then I'll hit on OK. So this is the canvas that you're going to work on. And my friend, I'm hoping that you're going to get value in this video. So my friend, I can get rid of this because I don't want to use it at the moment. I'll only need this very, very, image. And I have some resources here. Maybe I should just show you. Like here, I had the two photos, right? Then I have this photo. You'll see where I will use this photo. I have an orange here. I'm assuming that he's running for this MP under ODM. And I didn't find a good logo for them. So I just got this very orange and this screenshot from their website. Then from that, I will be doing that very, logo by myself. So after that, I have also some, text here, the text that we are going to use. I've already typed everything just to make sure that I am using less time. So if I get back to Photoshop, all I need to start off is to take this photo and put it on our canvas. In first place, I will select this layer. Then I will come to the first layer, hold Shift and click. And then I will right click and say merge layer. So it will give us a one layer, as we need it. So I'll just click and drag and place it on our second layer. So we have this as exposure. I'll just rename it to Jalas, just for order, just like that. Then I will hit Ctrl T and try to resize this, holding Alt and Shift to make sure that it is, uniformly scaled, just like that. At the moment, I will leave it at that point. And after that, what I need to do now is to, just have the title and all that. But before that, we had some shapes. I think you've seen the after, poster. And from the after poster, we need to have some colors. And that's why in the resources, I have some codes here that we are going to use for the colors. But again, you will find the colors from the logo. And again, from the logo of ODM, we don't have so many colors. So I decided to do something different. So my friend, I'll just create a layer here, and I'm going to create a shape, and that shape will be a rectangle. All I need to do is just to drag in here and have the rectangle placed at that very point. And my friend, I need the color, I don't know how to call that color, but then I'll just come back to our resources and pick this color. I don't know if it is maroon or what, I don't know. So I'll just copy this code, and then I'll come back in here. I will select this. You see this icon here. I'll just double click in there, and then I will right click and paste the code here and do that. I don't know if this is maroon. I don't know the color. So my friend, it's you can drop me a comment and tell me which color is this. Then you remember I had a photo, right? And I told you that I'm going to show you how I am going to use that photo. So that photo will be very useful at this moment. But before that, don't worry, I need to draw another rectangle. Or I can use a pen tool to draw here a shape, and then I will give it a color. So maybe let me use a pen tool, because a pen tool is precise. You can draw custom shapes. So I'll just create a new layer by clicking on this icon, and then I'll have the new layer just like that. Then I'll come and pick the pen tool just like that. The shortcut is P. You just press P on your keyboard. So my friend, I'll just let me click in here. Then I will draw it just like that, because I just need something like that. You can also draw a rectangle and try to rotate it to fit this very shape. And my friend, so I have a path. So I need to fill this path with a color. I'll just come to path, and then I right click and say fill path. Then I will choose color, and in the color I will choose something just like that. I will change it some other time, or I can just come and copy the color from here. But at the moment, let me fill it with that very color. Alternatively, I can just come here and choose this second code just like that. Then I'll go back to Photoshop, and then under path, I can fill the path with a color that I want. I right click here and paste the color and say okay, and say okay. It will fill that with that very color. Then at this moment, I don't need the path. All I needed was the shape. So all I need to do is to right click and say delete path, just like that, so that I have a layer to work with. And this layer, I want it to be on top of this very image. So I'll just drag it and place it on top of the image. Then I will also copy this and just make a little change in the color. So I'll just select the layer, then hit Ctrl J to have a copy of it, and then I'll drag it up just like that. And then I want to change the color, and maybe I will use the color of his coat, because I think I like it, right? It is so cute. So all I need to do is just to copy this color, and by that I will use a tool called an eyedropper. So I just hit I on the keyboard, or I just come here and choose the eyedropper. I will select the color to just sample out, just select just like that by just clicking. I'm just using a regular mouse. And after that, my friend, I will select the layer that I want to change. Then I will use a tool called Paint Bucket to just put that color on this. So I'll hit G on the keyboard, or rather I'll just come here and pick the Paint Bucket. When this layer is selected, I'll need just to click on it, and it will fill that with that very color. Then after that, I'll take the move tool and I'll drag this layer and place it below Jalas, just like that, and I will readjust it to just come up just like that. And then in the background, I will need that very, image that I showed you before, that for Nairobi. So I'll just come to the resources, and then I'll take this image just like that. I will drag, and then I will drop it in Photoshop just like that. Then give it a few moments, it will load. Then I will need to resize this. Remember, when you are resizing images in Photoshop, please hold Shift to make sure that it is resized uniformly. Then I'll just check it to make sure that it's that way. Then I'll drag and drop it I need it to be in the background, so I'll place it in there, maybe even just like that. Then I will readjust to just have some good, buildings showing here, just like that. I'll push it a little bit up, or I can just hit Ctrl T and try to resize it so that I have a lot of details in there. I'll just push it a little bit, just like that. I'll use the arrow keys to precisely position this, then I will check it just like that. I think now it's showing a lot of stuff. Then my friend, I will also need this to assume the shape that we have here. Yeah, so all I need to do is to just, first of all, I'll come to Nairobi, and then I will place a solid layer on top of it. So all I need to do is to come here and choose solid color, and then I'll choose white or something close to white, just like that. And then I will reduce its opacity just like that. I think I like that. Then I think the needed, design here should have something close to this. So maybe I'll just come to this layer and make a copy of it by hitting Ctrl J. Then I'll push it a little bit up, just like that. And maybe I will need to, rotate it. So Ctrl T, click, and I can rotate it at 180, just like that. And then bring it here. I will want to resize it, just like that, and just want it to have that very shape. I'll push it a little bit up. Yes, I need a part of this to be seen. I'm focusing in here because I don't want it to, do something stupid, just like that. So after that, I'll just check that, and I want to change the color of this very, shape. So I'll just come and pick this color by hitting I and selecting the color. Then I'll hit G and click on this to just have the same color. You see, we now have achieved what we wanted. My friend, if you're getting value in this video, you already know what to do. Hit that like button. So I'll hit Ctrl T and push this. Let me select cancel. I needed this shape. Ctrl T and push it a little bit down, just like that. Let me, there's something, yes, I think it's covered. Yes, just like that. Now this looks a bit fine. Yes, if I want to, okay, this color, I think it's fine. I think it's rhyming well. And maybe I don't want to have his leg being shown in here. So I will select his layer, right? Then I will make a mask out of it, just like that. Then I will select the mask and I will just come here and I want to erase this part. So all I need to do is to take a brush by hitting B on the keyboard, and then I will have black in the foreground color, just like that. And if that is not in the background, you just hit D on the keyboard to reset, then hit X to change, to toggle between black and white. And after that, my friend, I'll need to just brush on his layer. When the layer is selected, remember, and when of course, the mask is selected. So I'll just brush off this part, just like that. I don't want it to be seen as if it was a sharp edge, just like that. And then I will want to toggle so that white is in the foreground. So my friend, if you don't know the science behind masks, we say, or what Photoshop does is that black will always conceal and white will always reveal. So I'll hit X to toggle between black and white. Then I will reduce the size of the brush, just like that. I will zoom in and try to recover some of the lost details, just like that. Or I can even, let me just hit X and D, then X, just like that. Zoom in. I really don't want any of his pants to be seen, so I will just want to completely erase that. Then I know how we are going to fix that later on. So just like that, I'll brush off just like that. Then after that has been done, all I need to do is to resize this image. So I'll hit Ctrl T, then I will resize it holding Shift and Alt. Then I'll push it a little bit down and resize it just like that. And I feel that is okay. I think that now looks fine. Let me see. Yes. All I need to do is now to just make a little bit of a change in here. So I'll just hit B to pick my, brush, and then I will toggle between black and white and just try to return some details in here, just like that, so that we don't have transparent issues in here, just like that. I think that is fine now. Okay, I can just push it a little bit down, yes, to hide that part of the coat, just like that. Look at that, it looks already fine, and I think I like that. Now the next thing to do is now to start writing the text, and I already have the text, so all I need to do is to come to the notepad, then copy this, just like that. I'll go back to Photoshop, then I'll pick the text tool, just like that. Give it a few moments to load. Yes, I'll pick this, click here, and then hit Ctrl V to paste and Ctrl A to select everything. Then I'll choose the alignment to be aligned to the left. And then, my friend, all I need to do is now to push this in here, and I can zoom in just like that. Hit Ctrl T and want to resize this to be a bit bigger. Make sure you hold Shift again to make sure that you are resizing it uniformly. Just like that, I will select that layer, then come to the background, also select it, and I'll want to align this at the center, just like that. Don't know which font is this. Let me select and see. Yeah, I think this is fine. Only that you have. Okay, that's fine. I can leave it that way. Although you can also change the font if you wish to. For example, if you need a very bold font, you will want to change this font to something else. But as for me, I feel that it is fine. Then the next thing was to have their slogan, and their slogan is "Tuko Tayari." So I'll copy this using a shortcut Ctrl C. Then I'll come here. When this layer is selected, I will hold Alt and click and drag to just make a copy. That is a shortcut. Then I'll double click in here and Ctrl V to paste. So I'll paste that "Tuko Tayari." Did it really paste? Let me do this. Paste. So we have "Tuko Tayari," just like that. Then I will reposition it. So my friend, for this Tuko Tayari, I will want to change its font. So I'll select it, then come to the characters, and then click here and choose a good font. I don't know which one I'll go for. Let me see. That's not fine. So you'll have to, have the fonts that you're going to use at hand. Let me see this, if I have the bold version of it. That would be fine, but let me see if we have any other. Let me see this. No. I want to have something cool. Yes, I think this Callisto is fine. I'll just choose the bold one. Bold. Okay, italized. Okay, I can use italized because I feel that gives me something cool. So I'll just pick that. And if I want to resize it, I'll just do this. Although I don't want it to be so big, so I'll just have it just like that. Yes, I'll push it in here. We shall rearrange later on. So right now it's just putting the text. Then we shall see what to do with the text. So I'll come back and choose now his name. I'll right click and say copy. Then I'll come back to Photoshop. I'll also make a copy of this. Then double click, hit Ctrl V, and that will paste just like that. So all I need to do is now to put this below that. Yes, I think that's fine. And maybe I want also to resize it. So I'll hit Ctrl T, and then I will resize this. And my friend, for this, I want it to be under this. So I'll just place it in here and resize it so big. I want everyone to see that, just like that. Maybe I'll push it a little bit in. Okay, maybe I would want it to be here, just like that. Then I'll click in here. So I may want this to either be at the right or at the center. I'll select this, come to paragraph. Let me see at the right. I'll need to push it back in here. No, that's not fine. Let me try a center and just bring it here. I think this is fine. So I've just put in brackets Jalas so that people would know who he is, because I know many people do not know if he is called Felix Udiwore. So all people know he is Jalas, and of course, if I have that in brackets, many people would really recognize him. Then I'll come back to character. I would want to use a font called Poppins. I think it's now my favorite. Just click in there. Yes, I needed it to be as bold as that. Then I'll need to reduce this to something like that. I feel that's fine. Then I'll just want to reposition this. So this one is taking a lot of space. I don't know how to do about that, but then we can really just leave it at that moment. Maybe we shall think of removing it some other time, but let me bring the other text. So we have for MP Langata, it is the position that he is vying for. So I'll want to put it down here. So I'll just select this and copy it and say Control V, just like that for MP Langata. Then I will zoom in and just push this a little bit there. So my friend, I guess the photo speaks a lot. Maybe I would just want to leave it just as Felix. Let me first of all get rid of this. If you get some space, we may get it back, or we may place it somewhere else. So let me just leave that as that. Then I will hit Ctrl T, and then I want to resize this just like that, and then I will push it a little bit there. Then I will select that for MP and Felix. And then after I select that, I will align them vertically, just like that. I think that's fine. I'll come back and choose 2022, Control C, then come back to Photoshop, and then I put there the year. So I'll double click, Control V to paste, Control A, and I want to resize this 2022, just like that. Then I'll push it there. I'll select the 3, yes, and then I will align them vertically. Then I'll want to push this a little bit up, just like that, 2022. Then I'll come back and see what is remaining. Your vote can make a change today. So here, let me first of all create a small rectangle in here. So I'll just come to the rectangle, but then the shortcut for the rectangle is U. So just press U on the keyboard, you'll create a rectangle. So I'll just create that, and for this I want to have a gradient. So maybe I'll do that later on. So let me just collapse this, and then I'll right click in here, then I'll click on blending options, and after that has loaded, we shall now apply the gradient. First of all, I'll push this a little bit in here so that we can see what we are doing, and then I will resize it and bring it in here. I'll push this here, then let me resize it further and bring it closer so that we see what we are doing. Then when this has loaded, I'll just click on gradient overlay, just like that. Then in the gradient, I'll just click once here, push this a little bit here. So I need the two colors. I need this color and of course this blue. So I'll click on the first icon in here, then it will bring this color. So I'll just click in once, then I will pick this color as my first color, right? Then I will click OK. Then I'll come to this very other icon, click there, then click into color, and I will pick this. So when you come outside, once this color picker has loaded, once you move outside here, it changes from this very arrow to an eyedropper. Look at that, you see? So you can always pick the color that you wish to have, or I can choose even this one so that it shows some difference, because if I choose this, it will be similar to this other one. So let me just pick that. You see, it's not that visible, right? So I'll choose this one so that it is a little bit conspicuous, and then I'll click OK. I think that is fine. All you need to do maybe is to balance, but for me I need 50-50. So we have one at the far end and the other one also at the far end. But if you want to change, you can always move these sliders, right? If you want to add a slider, you can just click here, just like that, and add that, right? But I don't need that, so I can just click here and delete that and come back here, and the color, I don't know where it went, so I'll just bring it back just like that. Then I'll hit on OK. You can change the angle at which that color appears, so maybe I'll just do something like this. Let me -2. I think that's fine. -2 is fine. It is so very fine. You can also change the scale, but for me I don't want to change that at the moment. You can do a little bit of the changes here. You change the blending mode and all that, but for me I'll leave it as normal, and then I'll click OK. You can now see it is so beautiful. I think I like this. It is so beautiful. Now we can now type in the text that we wanted to type. So I'll come back here and now choose this. First of all, let me put an exclamation mark here, and then I'll just copy this just like that, and then I'll come back here and maybe pick this, bring it here. I'll first of all bring it on top of the rectangle, just like that. Double click in here, Control V to paste, Control A to select everything, then I'll shrink it down, and then I'll bring it to the left, and my friend, I'll increase that just like that, and then I'll bring it back here. I can increase it further, maybe Control T, and just increase it just like that. Don't want it to be too big. I think that's fine, and click OK. Then I'll select the rectangle. I will align it both vertically and horizontally, just like that. So your vote can make a change today. So I'll select, let me first of all hide this. I'll select these two and then push them a little bit up using the arrow keys, because I need to type something here just for marketing purposes. So my friend, I'll come and pick, first of all, let me put this Utu na Watu. I think he likes that. So that I can maybe push this a little bit in here, right? And then I'll write that Utu na Watu in here. So maybe let me just copy this, double click in here, Control V to paste, Control A to select everything. I will align it to the left, and then I will reduce it just like that. And also what I need to do is also to change the font. So I'll just click in here and choose a stylistic font. That would do me fine, but let me see if we have any other. No, let me see this. Utunawatu, that's not fine. Let me see. I need a good one. If we don't find, I will go for Big D. Big D also will do me fine. Chila will also work, but I don't like that. I'll come here. I don't want to waste a lot of your time looking for the favorite font, so I believe I'll just go for what I feel is okay. I think this is fine. Let me select this, and I will increase its size. Yes, Utu na Watu. I think I like that. Maybe we shall change the colors later on, but that is fine. Then I would want to add this last part, designed by Ero Productions. If he will ever see this video, then he will maybe want to contact me. So I'll come and click here and drag it down. Just hold Alt and make a copy of that. Control V, then Control A, and I want just to resize this. Then I want to use a different font. Let me see, do I have Nexa? Maybe I should use Nexa. Let me see, light, bold. I think bold is fine, just like that. And then I will want to push it a little bit up, just like that. And I want to align it to the center vertically, just like that. So designed by Ero Productions, and I have my contact there. Now, I think we are through with the text thing. Yes, we are through with the text thing. So let me see how it looks like. So we need to have, what do you call it? The logo. So I will want to bring the resource for the logo. So this is one. So I'll just click and drag it and place it in here. So we shall just design that logo in here. We don't have time to create another, what do you call it? Another document, then start resizing things here and there. But I just create it from in here. So I'll have this there and then move it a little bit there, just like that. And I realized that this orange usually has, what do you call it? It usually has the shadow. So I'll just create a shadow in here. First of all, I'll select this layer. Then I'll create a new layer. I will pick the brush by hitting B on the keyboard. And then I'll come in here and try to make it look just like that. You see? Yeah, just like that. And then I will resize it. And I will pick the color to be grayish or 50% gray. Then I'll come here and click. And maybe after that, I'll hit Ctrl T and try to resize it just like that. And if you see it is so much, pronounced, you can give it a little bit of blur. So first of all, I'll convert this to a smart object so that I can change the values later on. And then I'll come to filter, then come to blur and say Gaussian blur. And I'll give it a little bit of blur, maybe 8-ish, 10-ish will do as fine. So let me give it 8.6 and leave it as such. Just like that. If you feel it's not that dark as you wish, you can always create a solid layer and maybe give it that color of maybe a black one, more black, just like that. Although that is gray, then I will come and just do that so that it is that dark. So if you need a dark one, you'll do that. And maybe if you want to change the color, you can double click in here. So this is non-destructive. You can change the color as you wish. But I guess that is fine, and click OK. My friend, are you finding value in this video? If you are doing so, please make sure that you hit that like button. Now the next thing to do is to bring in the name ODM, the abbreviation. So what I need to do is to take this screenshot. So I took a screenshot in here. So I'll just drag this screenshot and drop it in here. I just need to pick the word ODM. So that's all I need from this. So I'll just click in here. Then I need this part alone for ODM. So I'll come and I can use the marquee tool, or I can use the pen tool. But we have already used the pen tool, so let me use the marquee tool here. So I'll just click here and pick the rectangular marquee tool, and then I'll make a rectangle in here, just like that. After that has been done, I'll just make a copy of this. Just hit Ctrl J, provided this layer is selected, hit Ctrl J to make a copy. I can now delete this, I don't want that. So I have this very copy. I can move it a little bit in here. Then you can see we have this, I don't know, this, is it a leaf? I don't know. So I need to get rid of it. So first of all, I don't want this whitish thing. So all I need to do is to take the magic wand tool. What did I pick? Yeah, magnetic lasso tool. No. I need the magic wand tool. Yeah, the magic wand tool. Then I'll click in here. Magic wand tool select colors of the same pixel. So when I clicked on white, it selected the white. So once that has been selected, I will hold shift to add other sections that have not been selected. Then I'll hit backspace to just remove that. Then I think I will go into select and mask to just refine that very edge. So once that has been loaded, all I need to do, I'll just change this to white. Yeah, it's fine. Then after that has been done, I want to increase the feather a little bit, maybe just like that. I will also increase the smoothness. No, let me leave the smoothness at 1. I think that will be fine. The contrast, I won't touch it. The radius, I will increase it a little bit. Yes, just like that. And then I will hit OK. So the edges will be refined, although that not much, but we can work with that, just like that. Then I want to get rid of this. So all I need to do is to just take the marquee tool, then pick this small section, just like that, and then hit backspace to get rid of it. Yes, so we have the word ODM. Then you realize on the logo we have the slogan in here. So I'll just make a copy of this. Just hold Alt and drag it in here. Then I'll hit Ctrl T and try to resize it just like that. Then I will reposition it just like that and check it as that. Then I will select that and select the ODM. So first of all, let me rename this to ODM so that I know it is that. Then I will select the, where is it, tuko tayari copy. Then I'll hit Ctrl T and resize both of them, just like that. And then I'll push this a little bit there. I'll also pick this and place it there. So we have the logo in there. Then I'll select the tuko tayari copy. I'll pick the orange and ODM. Now they are one thing, plus of course this layer for the shadow. Hit Ctrl T and then say OK. And then I will resize this and place it there. So it can be there, it can also be in here, but I feel at this moment let it be here. So I'll just push it a little bit down, just like that. Then the next thing I want to do is to have the vote ID. So I'll just pick this orange. I need to use it. I'll pick the orange and make a copy of it. So I'll just bring it in here and I will shrink it down. Hit Ctrl T, then I will shrink this down, just like that. And then I'll come in here. Now I want to write vote, so I'll just hit T on the keyboard and click here and write V. So when that has been done, I'll hit Ctrl T and then I will want to resize this and bring it in here, just like that. I think that size is okay. Yes, that is fine. So I'll make a copy of this and just push it a little bit. So I want this orange to represent the O in vote, and then I'll just type in TE, just like that. So we have vote, just like that, so that we have the orange in there. I may want to push this a little bit and also push this closer to that. So my friend, that looks so fine. I'll pick the orange, V and TE, just like that. Hit Ctrl T and resize it and place it there. So I think that is fine. So I'll just bring it here. So you remember we did remove the jalas from here. So maybe I'll just bring it back in here. So to write something like vote for jalas, right? So I'll need to write 4 in here. So I'll hit T on the keyboard and click in here, then write 4. Then hit Ctrl A to select everything, and then I will resize this. First of all, I want it to be small letters, so I'll just write 4, just like that. Ctrl A, and I'll come here and use big D as my font style, just like that. And I will push this in here. So I will want it to be there, then I will write the word jalas. So I'll hit T on the keyboard and write jalas. You can write jalas or jalango, any can do. Then I will change this to, let me use Acrobat. I don't know how that will be. Yes, that's fine. That is so fine. And I will push this in here. So vote for jalas. Hold shift so that it is uniform, just like that. I'll push it a little bit down and hit that. Yes, so vote for Jalas, and I'll just make a small rectangle and put it here. So I'll just come here and pick the rectangular tool and make a small rectangle in here. Then this time round I'll give it the color of the very, orange. So I'll just come and double click in here. Then once the color picker is loaded, I'll just come and select a color from the orange. Maybe that is fine, just like that. I think that is fine. Yes, I can select it, hit Ctrl T, and then push it a little bit, just like that. And maybe, okay, I can also lengthen it to be a bit bigger, just like that. And then I'll push it up, just like that. So vote for Jalas. That is fine. This maybe I want to change this color. By the way, I think the orange can also work here. So Odiwori, I want to give it another color. Of course, let me pick this, just like that. And let me see how it appears. Let me push this. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. I was just afraid that it won't be something cool, but I believe that is cool. And of course, I will also give the 2022 the same color. So I'll just come in here and pick this color, just like that. Utu na watu can remain to be that. So we have vote for Jalas. So we have Felix Odiwori. Of course, on the ballot, we'll have his real name. For MP, okay, you can write Member of Parliament. I don't want to write it in full, so I just leave it as for MP at Langata in 2022. Utu na watu, I don't know if I need to change its color, but I believe the white will just do me fine. So when you are designing a poster, you need to make sure that you are using at least, okay, let me say at most 4 font styles and fonts, of course. Then colors, don't use more than 4, because you need to have something that is having a certain theme, right? So if you need to achieve that theme, my friend, you don't need a lot of colors. I don't know if you can make a little bit changes here and there. Maybe that will be maybe the final touches. But as for me, this looks fine. I don't know how about you. This looks fine to me. If you need to make changes, of course, this poster is prone to changes. You can do different, font styles. You can do different font, colors and all that. You can even make your own custom logo the way I did, and that will just do you fine. So maybe the last thing I would want to do, first of all, I'll just select this. I need to have the logo in the background. So we have that logo, we have its shadow, just like that. Then we have the ODM, where is it? ODM. Then we have the Tuko Tayari. I used the Tuko Tayari copy. So that will form one, one thing. And maybe I can just want to merge them so that they form the logo. So when all of them are selected, I will just create a group of that by hitting Ctrl G. And I'll call this logo, just like that. Okay, let me change something small in here. Let me write it as logo. Yeah, I think that's more visible. So I'll just make a copy of this group by hitting Ctrl J, and then I will now, select the group and hit Ctrl T. Then I'll click in here. Then I want to resize it to be big, just like that. I want it to fill this place, just like that. Then I'll use the arrow keys to reposition this, just like that. Then I'll click OK. Then don't worry about this. So I'll just push it below everything. I'll just drag it. Ctrl Z. What did I do? I needed the logo here. This one. Just push it below everything. By there you can hit Ctrl and the semicolon to put it in the background. But as for me, I need it to be, below the subject. Yes, that's fine. What is this? Yeah, that's fine. I think that is fine. So after that has been done, I want to convert it to a smart object and apply some blur on it, right? So I'll just right click, then click on convert to smart object. So it will be converted to a smart object. Then I'll come to filter, blur, then Gaussian blur, and then I'll give it a blur of, I don't know. You can give it that blur. And by the way, if you don't want to give it a blur, you can also reduce the opacity. So if the blur is not working for you, if for example I just hit cancel, I just select the layer and then reduce the opacity. So whichever will work for you, that will be fine. So maybe this one would work even better than having it blurred, or you can do both of them. You can reduce the opacity to around 10%. Then you can also add a filter, and that is Gaussian blur. It will still work and it will still give you something cool. I'll reduce it further to, I think 3.5 is fine. So you can use both of them. If you wish to increase the opacity, please just select the layer and do that. But I believe the 10ish was just fine. So I'll select the logo, copy, and just push it a little bit up. I'm using the arrow keys to just have it in the background. That will be fine. I think that will communicate something. So my friend, if you wish to add some other things, you are allowed to do that. But for me, I just wanted to show you how to create a simple poster in Photoshop. And I hope that this has been so very much helpful to you. And of course, if that is the case, I would like you to hit that like button. I wish to reach out to many more people, and you are the right person to help me do that. If you also like my general content, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, and you can also, turn on the notifications so that you do not miss any future tutorials. Otherwise, I'm hoping that this very poster will reach out to Jalas, and if he likes it, he will let me know. I can also do a poster for him for his forthcoming election. So my friend, help me push this to reach out to him, and we are hoping that he's going to like it. I can do even more than this. This was just basic to just teach you how to do that in Photoshop. I'm hoping that I'm going to reach out to many more people, and you will help me reach this out to many more people. Otherwise, I hope I'm going to see you in my future videos. Until then, remember to keep creating.